Hey everybody, Leadfoot here. Figured I'd try something a little different than my normal Twitter post race debrief or whatever you want to call it. Just had a couple more things that I wanted to talk about that I don't think I could fit in 200 characters. Uh, Obviously, the Super GT season has not gone how I've wanted it to. Um, Mercedes has proven to be a bit more of a challenge than I was initially expecting, especially after the Tokyo update. But yeah, just kind of going over the Blue Moon Bay race. Start from the beginning, I guess. Had a pretty decent qualifying. I was happy where we ended up. I think me and Race Car had like 3/1000ths of a second difference between qualifying laps, so that was pretty reassuring. Obviously, we didn't start there due to the grid place penalty from Le Mans. I'm not going to go into that because I'm pretty sure that's pretty well documented at this point. But uh, started last on the field, um, and made up a few spots pretty early on. Actually, as you can see by the screenshot here, we were able to get a move on, the inside, and then ended up, I think at the end of the first lap, racing somewhere around the Loire and Damon, which I was pretty happy about at the time. But of course, that wasn't how things ended the day. Actually, lap two, turn two, it's the next corner after this one here. Um, I was following Damon through, and I expected him to hit the brakes, and of course, turn two, everybody takes it a different way, and I completely missed my braking zone, and off into the turn two wall we went, which I think we got front aero and right front tire damage, wheel damage from it. I was gonna stay out because it wasn't like a lot of damage for what it was, but just looking at the deltas and everything, we were losing so much time to even the guys in the towards the back of the field that it wasn't worth staying out. Um, so that was the first incident. The second one happened a couple laps later. I'm not exactly sure what lap it was, but was turn eight out of the infield on back onto the banking. I think that's what everybody was going with, turn eight for it. It's such a weird corner. You take it one way, the car pitches in, and it wants to go through the corner. You take it another way, and it just wants to plow up towards the fence, and that's exactly what happened with that. Ended up getting, I think, the same damage as the first incident, and I just decided to pit straight away after that one. Um, One incident, I think we would have been all right in the grand scheme of things, but having to make two stops to repair damage, it just put you so far behind the field that you just couldn't make up any time, mainly because of how close the field was over the course of the race. You couldn't reduce the gap back to anybody without hoping for them to make a mistake. So pretty much wrote it off right then and there. But overall, pace was good all week. I definitely think we could have ended up with maybe a fourth or fifth place in the field. Um, yeah, definitely not the race we wanted. Especially these last few weeks have been a little lackluster in terms of performance. Looking ahead to Bathurst, so far so good. I'm not going to speculate on where we're going to finish or how the race is going to go or anything, but I think things are starting to look up a little bit. Those of you that have followed me, my posting on Twitter and everything, know that my mental health, I guess, hasn't been quite where it normally is. Been working on a couple things to get that back to where I want to be, but I think that's definitely taken a toll into the Super GT season and how things have gone. But yeah, Bathurst is starting to look on the up a little bit. We're going to work on a couple more things here later in the week to get ready for that. But I guess kind of wrapping things up. Yeah, everything just hasn't quite gone how I wanted it to, but we're gonna work on getting that back in line and being back up towards the front end of the field. As far as after Super GT goes, school starting back up and everything, I got a pretty hectic schedule coming up. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the fall off of league racing, and then maybe back towards mid-December we'll see if anything's going on there and start planning for that. But yeah, just getting some things set forward out of racing. So and we'll see what happens in the beginning half of 2020. See what's going on with all that. Yeah, just want to thank everybody for the support and help that they've given me the first half of 2019. It's come with some highs and come with some pretty low lows. So just keep on working it, keep getting better, and see what happens in the end. Yeah, thanks to everybody for all the help. Thanks for the competition and everything. Angel, thank you for letting me drive the cars. We're working on it. And just keep on going up from here. Later.